lean on. One of the favorite verses of my life handbook says, "Those without vision perish." You are not going to perish. You have vision, and you're making the vision a reality. So let me assure you that you are not going to perish. I came here trying to be a sponge and soak up everything that was going to be offered. I have been filled to this point where if you rang me out, you'd get tears of joy. One of the situations that Lean on Me is attempting to put together is a three-legged stool. One without three legs, a stool is completely valueless. The three legs being a spiritual component, a job component, and housing. You can have clothing, you can have food, all of those are supplementary to those three stools, those three legs. But we have been, through the Death of Prison podcast that Lean on Me has been producing with these two gentlemen's great assistance, we have been connecting men on the inside, women on the outside, men and women on the inside to the Alpha USA Church organization that is offered nationwide, over 8,000 churches under Alpha USA, most every zip code where people are being released throughout the United States. We're trying to connect men, women on the inside with the church on the outside so that the foundation is already laid. They get their family involved. You get your friends involved. You get your wife involved. You get your sisters involved. Get those who are important to you involved, so that when you are then released into society, you have one of those legs already there. One of the very important legs there. Now, I also should say that there are statistics that back up what you are doing. And they're very important statistics. There was a woman by the name of Dr. Bonita Vesey who conducted a Rutgers University study, and she came up with facts, data, that said 40% of change of a person's mind while inside revolves around an epiphany. It's a family member coming up and saying, "Daddy, Daddy, please don't go down to the corner." A wife saying, "Darling, I love you so much, I'm going to leave you if you do that again." It's a self-awareness. 15% to change a person's thinking is involved in maturity. The older a man gets or a woman gets, the less he wants or she wants to come back. 15% is involved in programs. So we got 40, 15, 15. Guess what the other 30 is? 2 times the 15. It's mentorship. And if you put 2 mentors into a person's life once they're out, that 30% increases another 30%. That's big. That's huge. It is a reason to look at what you are doing with very strong eyes and very strong commitment. One of my proud association, there was something also that hit me. We just produced a podcast called "Drugs: The Devil's Communion," and I firmly believe that. I'm a man of faith. The men that I work with, I'm proud to say, are all men of faith, and we are struggling in our position separately and together against this drug culture that is so pervaded, so invaded our society. So it was just a title that we came up with. I thought it was good. One of the important people that I lean on in my life is Bruce Paulus, National Deputy Director of Alpha USA. Bruce came into this situation with his hand raised immediately when I asked him to come in with volunteering, mentoring, welcome at churches. I'd like Bruce to say something.
There's lots of statistics out there people quote, and most of them are crap because they're anecdotal. There's one thing that is measurable as a best practice in every criminal justice or people who are justice involved will know that the only thing that's measurable that reduces recidivism is mentoring. Period. That's the only thing you can measure. We know if a guy has a mentor on the inside, on the outside, and they're doing those things that you're wanting, helping them get the ID, a mentor on the outside can do that, help you find a place to live, create those natural networks that exist in the community and in churches and so forth. That creates a safety net. You're going to fail, that's okay, but the safety net is there to catch you and to help you through that process. So what you guys are doing is very impactful. Alpha's been able to come alongside 20 other states and help them implement what you guys are doing here. It works. Been able to reduce recidivism of whatever the state recidivism is by 50%. If you have a mentor. If you don't, that's not going to work, and I don't want my name on it. Quite frankly. But it works. And that's the only reason we're here. Alpha doesn't want their name on anything. I don't want my name on anything. We come alongside the Department of Corrections to see how we can assist them to achieve their objectives and your objectives.
Yes.
And you partner together and create a network on the outside that is strong enough, because all these stakeholders don't talk to each other. All those mom and pops that got a bed, all these other services, whether it's drug treatment or housing or anything else, is to create that network so they start talking to each other and collaborating. That's when the community will be successful. And I want to thank you guys for your effort, because I know there's pushback. Been there. Guys come in, these newbies, they don't want to be here. They didn't have a choice to get there. They were stuck in there. Now you got to deal with them, right? That's right. So I know the sacrifice that you mentors are making, and it's incredible. And all the guys that just come in, here's what the mentors are doing. Galatians 6:2 says, bear one another's burdens and thus fulfill the law. The reason you fail in your drug addiction, the reason you fail in your relationships and anything else that you're struggling with, is because you haven't allowed somebody else to come alongside you and help you carry your burden. That's right. That's what they're there for. And I want to thank you, mentors, and Mr. Mahoney, because the vision is incredible, and for the state of Florida, and I'm excited for you all.
It's my mentor. Sometimes I hate when he calls me every day. What are you doing? You got a minute? What's going on? Even when I try to lie to him. I'm dead serious. Even when I lie to him, he figure it out. So
How do we meet?
in prison. I met him in prison. Similar program. Now, I'm trying hard. I gotta drive home after this. I drove up to cry. I gotta drive back home crying.
There ain't no crying in corrections.
You don't get that. You don't get that feeling. At least you don't wear mascara.
Watch the podcast, you're gonna see me crying. This is serious, man. I've been home 18 months, man. I'm a bulldog. I drive guys around every day to get to those programs, to get their driving license. I don't have a license. I got out of prison into a transition house. I've been mentoring since I've been home. When they told me no, I didn't get mad or angry. Called my mentor. My mentor lived in Palm Beach. My mentor got in his car, came to town, left his wife, his family, to find out what's going on with me. You got to be willing to go all out. There's got to be some dog in you. I don't have a life. My life is you. I need you to understand that. So I've been to Tallahassee already. The guy that I mentor, it's been beneficial for me because I listen to them and it keeps me strong. So today my level it has went another level higher because of what you guys are doing.
Right.
I still live in a transition house, but it's a house that I manage. I got the house through mentorship, from mentoring the kid. And my vision was that to make sure when you got out, you would have somewhere to stay. Believe God is good, man. When I walk out of the house that I have with guys living in it, I look at the same house that I got out of prison in. I open that door, I look right in it. Right there. God tricked me. Now you put me in this transition house and then I look across the street and now I'm managing this transition house. Don't say what you can't do and what's not possible. And in some of the places I've been, it's been remarkable. I want you guys to always look toward the future, man. There's a lot, man, that stuff that you got up under your bed, man, keep it. The little business plans you've been writing, don't throw it away. Don't leave it in here. Those ideas that you have, those business opportunities that you guys kick around and share, bring that stuff out here with you. And this is the last thing I'm gonna say, because I work with kids too, so I'm big on prevention. I'm big on prevention. So the kids I work with, we sit there and we talk. I have something I tell them all the time. I'm gonna graduate. They say I'm gonna graduate. I'm not going to jail. I'm not going to jail. I'm gonna respect my community. I'm gonna respect my community. My kids, before we play, we clean up. We clean up in our neighborhood before we start having these little fun times. Every kid that I have does not have a dad, and I have 13. Every last one of them. No father. It's just funny, I grew up like that too. No dad. I have a kid, and I left my kid, I did 17 years in prison, and I left my kid out here to these streets, to these vicious streets. So what's in you that you've been through your experiences is the same reason that you can use to give back in your community.
Right.